Well guys, I was wrong. Sonic Frontiers 2, or just the next 3D Sonic game, was not revealed at the Game Awards, which aired last night. And honestly, even excluding the absence of a Sonic announcement, I just did not really like this year's Game Awards. It had some cool reveals, but it just felt very lacking, especially compared to last year's Game Awards. But back to Sonic. Just to recap, in case you didn't see it, I made a video about 4 months ago predicting the next 3D Sonic game. I predicted that this new game would be released in the holiday season of next year, with a first teaser showing up at the Game Awards 2025, since I thought that would be the place that would make the most sense to have an announcement like this. In 2024, Sonic Racing Crossworlds got a teaser at the Game Awards, and ended up dropping in the latter half of 2025. The first full Sonic Frontiers trailer was also revealed at the Game Awards in 2021, so I was expecting something very similar here. Now, this was all just speculation on my part. There was nothing from Sega or any credible leaker backing up these predictions. These were all just my personal thoughts. And as time went on, I saw more and more people predicting similar scenarios. Because if this next game were to drop next year, then they would have to reveal it soon. So since we didn't get a teaser at the Game Awards, there's an important question we have to ask now. Is it still possible for Sonic Frontiers 2 to release in 2026 like I originally predicted, or is something like a 2027 release or even a 2028 release more likely? Okay, God, please don't be 2028. Going back to that video I made, I stated that since Sonic Team has grown drastically since the release of Sonic Frontiers, then 4 years would probably be enough to get a new game out. And I do think that claim still has some merit to it. But something I didn't really take into account is that even with a more expanded team, wouldn't this game be so much bigger than Frontiers, thus requiring a lot more time? Sure, Frontiers was released 5 years after the previous game, Sonic Forces, but Frontiers actually wasn't confirmed to have started production until 2019. Therefore, it's very possible that Frontiers only had a 3-year development cycle. So for Frontiers 2, I'm definitely expecting it to be significantly longer than that, even with an expanded team. But of course, there is still a possibility that this game will be released in late 2026. So when are they going to reveal it? In my eyes, the earliest option would be either a PlayStation State of Play or a Nintendo Direct earlier in the year, likely around January or February. A State of Play would probably be the more likely option, as Sonic games do have a tendency to show up at those presentations way more than Nintendo Directs. The initial reveal for Sonic X Shadow Generations took place at a State of Play in January of 2024, and Crossworlds got its first full gameplay trailer at another State of Play in February of this year. So it's clear that Sega likes this window for revealing Sonic-related things. And if there is a State of Play in January or February, then I think that will still give enough time for a full hype cycle of the game. But do we really need a long, drawn-out hype cycle for this game? Sonic Frontiers was revealed at the first Sonic Central in May of 2021, and wasn't released until November of 2022, so well over a year there. I don't think we need to do that again with Frontiers 2. In fact, I would be more than fine with just a 5 to 6 month hype cycle like they gave Sonic Superstars. That game was announced at Summer Game Fest in June of 2023, and was released in October of 2023. I know that game was way smaller than something like a mainline 3D Sonic game, but still. So if this game were to be released in late 2026, the absolute latest time would be to reveal it in June of that year. Or hell, maybe even May, in either a Sonic Central or in Summer Game Fest. With Sonic Centrals, they haven't done major game reveals since the first one in 2021. Since then, every Sonic Central presentation has just contained stuff like DLC, merchandise, and updates on already announced titles. So I don't think that's going to be where we see this game. So if not a State of Play, I think Summer Game Fest is where it's going to happen. It would line up pretty well with Sonic's 35th anniversary. And I'm fairly confident that Frontiers 2 will be the main event of that anniversary. However, if it is revealed that late, I almost feel like 2027 would be the more likely release window. Not saying that 2026 wouldn't be possible there, but I just think with Sega, they would want a little more time to market the game, especially a game like this, even if I don't really think they need to. So maybe Sonic Frontiers 2 won't be released in 2026 after all. But we still have to get some something in 2026, right? I mean, it is the anniversary after all. They have to have something planned, you know, other than the remaining Crossworlds DLC. I don't know if you've noticed, but there's been at least one major Sonic title released in every year since 2019. Of course, excluding 2020 due to the pandemic. We got Team Sonic Racing in 2019, Sonic Colors Ultimate in 2021, Frontiers and Origins in 2022, Superstars, Origins Plus, and the Frontiers updates in 2023, Sonic X Shadow Generations in 2024, and then Crossworlds in 2025. There's been a yearly Sonic game, and I definitely don't see that trend stopping in an anniversary year of all things. So if not a mainline game, then perhaps we'll see another spin-off or re-release. I know they've said that they're not focusing on re-releases right now, so a new spin-off would probably be more likely. As for what it will be, I have absolutely no idea. So if you have any good ideas, please let me know. So yeah guys, if you are at all disappointed that there wasn't any Sonic announcement during the Game Awards, don't be. There was never any official confirmation that there was going to be something there. That video I made was just speculation and predictions, and everything else online was just rumors. There are still more opportunities for the game to be revealed, and I hope it gets revealed soon, but we're just going to have to wait and see. But for now, that's all from me. Thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you all later. Goodbye.